Hey fellas, have you heard the news? Hey everybody, this is TJR. A couple days ago I got an email from my arch nemesis Robert Kinsler, and the email's headline read that Led Zeppelin was going to be releasing some previously unheard music for this coming April's Record Store Day. Now first of all, it suddenly occurred to me, yeah, Record Store Day is just around the corner, oh my gosh. But then, Led Zeppelin, hey, I don't believe that Led Zeppelin has ever participated in Record Store Day. I believe this is the first time, so this is extra cool too. So I went to follow the link to the article to read what it was about. It turns out that the release is going to be a limited edition 7-inch single of two previously unheard mixes produced by Jimmy Page. The first is the Olympic Studios mix of Friends, originally from 1970's Led Zeppelin 3. The second side will be the Sunset Sound mix of Rock and Roll from 1971's Led Zeppelin 4. After I read this, I have to admit, I felt a little bit underwhelmed. I was kind of hoping we might get some songs we'd never heard before, perhaps maybe some live tracks, perhaps even a cover tune, but instead just some remixes of already released material. Now, sometimes remixes can be a revelation in some circumstances, but I'll be honest, I kind of hedging my bets on this one because when the Led Zeppelin Remastered series was done a few years ago with those bonus discs, which featured a lot of alternate mixes, many of those mixes, with few exceptions, didn't sound all that much different from the actual studio recordings. In particular, I remember being excited to hear the Stairway to Heaven Sunset Sound mix, and there might have been a few very small, subtle nuances, but otherwise it was the same exact recording. I didn't really hear that much difference. I didn't really gain anything new listening to it. There were, of course, a few things that were very cool. I remember the alternate mix of Immigrant Song was very cool to listen to. The sound of the guitars was a little bit different. I heard nuances I hadn't heard before. That was cool. But by and large, I found that a lot of the so-called alternate mixes, rough mixes, didn't really offer anything of value for me. By and large, they sounded too close to what the finished product sounded like. Maybe there were a few instruments that weren't there, a few vocal parts that weren't there. And this is why I didn't purchase the majority of this series. In fact, the only one I did purchase and keep was Coda. It actually had an extensive amount of unreleased material that was quite interesting to listen to. I realized that a lot of these alternate mixes and rough mixes were supposed to be work in progress mixes from the time period, but honestly, when I listened to them, I was a little bit suspicious. I kind of wondered, did Jimmy Page just go into the studio, play the original master tapes, and then let me mute that backup vocal part, let me mute that guitar part, let me mute that other part. Okay, there we go, rough mix. I hope not, but at times it really did feel that way. I mean, I don't know, what do you think? On the plus side though, this is being released for Record Store Day, and it's helping to promote Record Store Day. I think this is a good thing. It's also a very limited edition release, so even if the actual audio tracks don't provide any real serious revelation for you, if you do manage to get a copy, I'm pretty sure you're going to have quite the collector's item on your hands. As for myself, I'm definitely going to be going to Record Store Day, and I will probably be having my eye on a couple of items, and I will probably keep an eye open for this item too and see if I can get myself a copy. We'll see. We'll see. At any rate, though, what do you think? Do you plan to go to Record Store Day to get this one? Love to hear your comments. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Bye.